Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Factory Town. We're on episode 3. Last episode we ended up messing around with conveyor belts, getting a little automation going on. Today's episode, it's about getting our production level and our happiness up and getting our whole town kind of connected together here. We're finally going to start building a factory and getting everything ready. So the first objective here is I want to build some farms. So what I think I'm going to do here, at least for now, is we're going to build some farms down this way. So I'm going to have to remove some of this grain here. This guy's just taking way too long to do it. These guys are running grabbing carrots. They can do whatever they want for now. So I'm going to flatten the ground, I think, from here over to about here. So what we're going to do here for now is build 2 farms. Actually, I'm going to have I'll have the output right here. Perfect. I'm going to build 2 farms, and they're actually going to be close to each other. Not enough population capacity. Okay, where can we make some sacrifices? I guess Carrot Guy, you're going to be my sacrifice here. So let's get that second farm built. Guess I could have just copied that block. Would have worked too. There we go. And then I'll build some of these conveyor belts for the outputs. And we'll have that go right over. It's going to block road, but honestly, at this point, I really could care less. There we go. As long as these guys can still get to the food market until we replace them with these farms, we'll be good. Okay, so now we have a little bit of an expense here. What we need to do is actually start putting farm plots down. Those, right now, at this point in the game, are definitely costly. So I'm going to put one here, actually. Oh, okay, I could put a well here and then feed it on both sides. That's actually perfect. So we're only going to do a few for now. Yeah, like that brought us down to 475 already. Just like that. And what we're going to plant here is berries. So on the one side here, we have berries, as you can see. So I'm kind of looking at the different food groups we need to provide for them. So there's one food group here. If we click on it, stays up. Your veggies. So I'm going to put another veggie in here. We're going to go with tomatoes. I think tomatoes look cool. And of course, I'm going to place a well down in there. What we're going to do from the well is put 2 conveyor belts. Then if we go to logistics blocks, we can actually put grabbers onto there. And then the well will auto-feed those 2 farms with just 1 well. It's actually a little bit of a savings like that. So let's go ahead and actually just tell this to auto-manage recipes because we only have right now berries and water. We should look at a way of getting fertilizer over here too. So we are producing already. The berries are good to go. So we already got 2 food groups here. What is this? Whoa, hold up. Hold up. Why are we doing cotton? Where is there cotton? Oh, it's grabbing cotton from the corner over here. Damn it. Okay, no, I do not want you to do cottons. Here we go. We'll actually go down and deselect that. There we go. That is, oh, whoops. Now, the way I find you can actually remove those, if you press the M key for move and actually... Okay, so apparently that's been changed. There's a new thing here in the build menu called pick up item. Oh, wow. Did that automatically feed the items into the city? It almost looked like that. Oh, and I should have... Okay, now we're good on the storage here for the stupid cotton. Okay, and as you can see, it has not connected to our food market. Let's check that out. Oh, this is why I got a stupid piece of cotton stuck right at the entrance. There we go. Okay, so that got rid of all the cotton on the line. Okay, well that kind of makes sense, I guess, in using the move button, but, I mean, is there a quick button for pickup item? There we go. So now we are directly feeding tons of fruits and vegetables, 2 different food groups, so that gives us +2 on happiness directly into the city, and we should see our coffers of yellow coins coming back up. So basically the concept is right now, we're taking the coins, we're using it to build, we're using it to do our other stuff. And we're also taking those coins and using them on our foresters here to create wood. Wood takes 1 yellow coin. And then we turn that wood into planks, sell it back to the city for red coins, which you get research, and you can use your landscaping too. We're actually not doing any research right now because we're pretty caught up. I needed to get my economy balanced. Look at that. We're up to 47 happiness already. This should balance out quite quickly. See, like, look at this. This conveyor belt is completely full. You don't really need much more than this. Okay, so while that's doing its thing, let's go ahead and actually upgrade our base. Here we go. So that increases our max house population to 4 and unlocks the kitchen, which gives you higher food groups, which is actually a really good idea. We're going to do that now. And we can research metallurgy. So that gives us a forge, all that stuff there. We're not going to really worry about that right now because honestly, it's not really worth spending the coin to do the research because we're still a little far off. We have to get this much higher than it is now. So I'm looking here. We have the general store on this side, and we have planks being made and brought over here. And then we have the market on this side with the food going underneath and over to here. That's a little silly. What I'm going to do here is get this paused and switch these around. And there we go. That a ton more sense. So we can actually start stacking these conveyor belts too, because as we add more food, as you can see, this belt's full. So this can be our fruits and veggies belt until we get upgraded belts, or move the farms and stuff down the road. We can always just push the homes up this way, and as we produce more and more goods, this will really stack up the red coins. So I can start doing some crazy landscaping and build a whole bunch of production back here. So I just noticed here that this thing has carrots on it too. It's actually picking up 2 veggies. I forgot about these carrots sitting in the background. So I guess kind of being careful while using, automatic and coming back and selecting stuff you actually don't want it to gather. Now it's time here. I've gone ahead and I've built another farm. I paused the game so I didn't mess up all my belts again, and told them not to gather the grain except for this one here. This one can gather the grain. So what I've done is I've attached it to the one well just to save on supplies and room here. So what we're going to build now is that new kitchen that we unlocked. Here we go. And we're actually going to face the kitchen out this way here. Now, with this kitchen, we are going to go in and make ourselves some bread. But if we look at the recipe here, it takes 2 flour, 1 fuel, and 4 seconds to make 1 bread. So, I completely missed a step here, and we actually have to move this kitchen further ahead. Got to get that grain mill in on that. There we go. So let's go ahead and tell this to make ourselves some flour. There we go. And then that flour will pump out to here. Ah, beautiful. And we'll tell this to actually go ahead and make that bread. Now, as you see, it takes fuel. So you can use fertilizer, wood, coal, or magma. Actually, I didn't know you could use fertilizer. That's a good use for the overflow of fertilizer that I did not know about. Wow, pro tip for myself. Anyway, so what we can do for that, real easy. We happen to have a lumber place right here. So I can just take a chute and hopefully I did it the right way. We'll put a grabber on that. There we go. Perfect. So now this will be getting fuel. How many workers do we have? We're maxed on workers. I think now is a good time to start upgrading. Getting a few more workers around here. Let's upgrade a couple of those homes. Nice. And it'll help move items faster too. So we'll actually sell more and make more coin. But I don't want to add too much at once and then underwhelm everybody and kind of throw your happiness all off. Anyway, they'll be real happy once this bread comes out to them. So we got to place that one last conveyor belt. Bang. And now this should start pumping us out some tasty, tasty breadstickles. There we go. Bang. Oh, yes. See, this is a problem here too. Congestion. So what we can do with this is actually build a couple structural blocks. We're going to build the scaffold ramps, turn them around so they're facing up. And go back to the menu. I'm going to build here just a scaffold. Then I'm going to copy the ramp by pressing C. I think I copied the ramp. Damn it. I copied the path. There we go. Now I copied the ramp. Just having a moment. Don't mind me. So what I'm going to do here then is I'm going to choose to use the wood arch instead of the scaffold. The scaffold will actually block the row underneath of it. So I'm going to go like this all the way over to market. And then place my conveyor on it. We'll be selling some bread. That should bring us in some mad dough. I just made your dads jealous. There we go. The bread is coming down the line. Now, oh, look at this. We have some wagon jammage. So what you can do to actually get around that is, oh, you can actually like build a bridge, build a path over top of it. But look at that money come in. See those 12s popping up? That's that bread. See how much more those bring in now that we have them there? We have a little economic powerhouse here because we just hit a whole bunch of different food groups. The only one we're missing is milk, but that is because our milk cart is stuck because our pathing is stupid. But all you have to do to fix that is either raise the land, build a little bit of a bridge there with your support blocks and footpaths. What we're going to do is just raise it up. There we go. And that should fix their pathing so they can get by each other. They can run through villagers, but they can't run through each other. So what we're going to do here so that we can actually produce ourselves some milk and stop transporting it all the way across the map here and save ourselves some workers is we're going to go ahead and actually build a pasture up here. So that is going to both provide us with fertilizer for the farms and milk for the people. The people want the milk. So we're going to go ahead and select milk. There we go. It needs 2 animal feed. So what we should also do here then in this grain mill is also produce animal feed. And you can select multiples by holding down shift and then clicking. So there we go. So we're going to produce animal feed. What we should do then is increase our workers in here to gather more of the grains. Oh no, I've messed up here again. So instead of pausing and doing it correctly, we're going to do that now. I'm going to go to build. This is definitely a new tool I'm going to have to get used to. Remove that off of there. And we're actually going to place a logistics block here, a grabber. Just like that. Select it and tell it that I only want it to transfer bread. No, actually there's no bread coming out of there. Flour for the dough. Sorry guys, it's late at night. I'm just having a tea here and playing some good old Factory Town. This is when I like playing at nighttime. It's kind of a really good wind down game and lets me get some of that mental frustration out, if you know what I mean. So we are about to provide our town here, or our pasture, with some animal feed. So the way I'm going to do that is press pause, of course, because as soon as I put this block down, it's going to start pumping everything out. We're going to put a grabber on that so that we can put an extra output on the building. Select the filter and do animal feed. There we are. Bang. So now we should have some animal feed pumping out there. Sweet. So now this will start producing milk, which I can take and tuck around here and put actually directly into that. We can do a direct milk line. And what I'm going to do for our fertilizer here is do a line out a couple levels above this into here. I think I can go above this. If not, we can fill in the spots, but that's okay. And then into here, and then one along the outside, and in between the buildings, and into here. Nice and tight. Okay, so as it turns out, you can place these platforms over top of these, which is pretty damn sick. And hopefully you can still farm it with these running up top. If that's the case, damn, that's a nice little space-saving design. Now right here, I'm going to have to be careful and actually take one of these wood arches and put it above there. Otherwise, it's going to trap the supplies. Are we getting backed up in here? Oh, we are too. Oh, wow. Okay, well, let's put an extra worker up in here. There we go. Make that a little more efficient. Sell more bread. Look at our coins going up now. We're definitely getting the coins going. Okay, so I'm going to finish this path and put all the logistic blocks in. Alright, so I've got 2 grabbers on here pulling fertilizer out for our farms and a splitter right here to split it off into these 2 farms. So let's give that an unpause and watch the fertilizer not come out. Oh, I don't have water. We need to water our cows here, guys. There we go. Watered cows are happy cows. Watered cows make poops. Okay, there we go. So now these farms will be doing fertilizer, so they'll actually be able to keep up with less plots, which is actually really nice. And I do like how you can put these over top. It looks like it's working. It's actually, they're starting to fertilize too, which is damn awesome. Oh, and you know what we could do with the extra fertilizer? Oh, it won't produce fertilizer if our milk is full either, by the way. We can switch out our fertilizer, if we have enough overflow, for fuel. And we have our path of milk. Alright, let's start feeding some of that to the citizens, and that should actually raise our happiness level, because that is a food group we haven't been touching because our carts are all stuck here again. Let's go ahead and get rid of the milk cart. Oh, and now that that's gone and we have milk directly going into our village, those sell for 5 each, and actually that's not that bad of a deal at all. I like how nice and compact this is. This actually really works out here. That looks cool. So since we have milk over here, what we've been doing is milk there, our grain here, which we can actually get rid of that too. That way we can also save ourselves on a cart. And this farm. We actually don't need this farm at all anymore. Nice. See you later, wagon. So I'm thinking here, I want to amp up my bread production because we can still squeeze out some happiness here. I was looking at the different homes. They're kind of running out of bread, so we're not producing enough bread. I don't know how many times I can say that word, but I'm going to go ahead and stick some more farm plots in all these empty spaces here so this one can farm them up. And we're also going to increase the workers here too. Now remember, the more workers, the actual less efficiency you get each time you add a worker in. That is why I built 2 farms here doing this, because it's a little more efficient. So now this is producing a lot of grain. Eventually I think this will slow down too. Maybe not actually. Yeah, no, it's not catching up. So I think it's producing 1 and 1. I think that's how that's working. Yeah, this is getting barely any supplies. So what's happening here, our happiness dropped. The flour is not getting made because we're not getting enough grain into here. It's just automatically making the animal feed. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple more workers in here. So we're at 700%. Now, the other thing I worry about too is actually the farm itself not being able to keep up to the demand. There's a couple spots though I think we can still sneak a few in. Oh yeah, like up here too. We could put in some more plots around here if we need to. So this is just not going to keep up with the demand here. So what I'm going to do is actually deselect animal feed. And we are actually going to introduce a whole nother farm into the mixture here. If I put a farm up here, it should be able to grab some of these. And then I could put some more around the outside here. There we go, and we're starting to produce bread again. Nice. So for this one here, we're going to do water, fertilizer, and grain, of course. And it actually shows you how many resources that are linked to that one farm. So now this one's producing grain. And what we're going to do in this sucker here, whoops, is we're going to tell this one to make animal feed, and we'll hook it up to the other one. So I got to put an input output and then another output and input. Got that? And there we go. It's successful. Look at that. Out and then back in. Now we're producing animal feed, and we're also making milk and fertilizer. Now putting it up here, it actually worked out really well because I could just hooked up the fertilizer to here. Now what I'm going to do is run a row of conveyor belts down here and hook it up to this building, the kitchen, to burn the extra fertilizer once we have some. Okay, there we go. Now we can actually save on wood, which is awesome. Hopefully this actually doesn't cut down on our production. This over here, is this even getting fertilizer? It is. These build up slowly because they have to build up their stock here too. Once they got all of the plots done, then the fertilizer builds up quite quickly. So we'll just let this run here for a little while. Our happiness is around 53, which I'm pretty happy with. Oh wow, that was pretty bad. But like, look at that. We got a whole like farm factory going on now. So this is all our food for our village. Eventually, I think this will end up coming back down, and we'll build a new thing, a bigger, better area to build more stuff. But it's fun just kind of doing little puzzles like this and trying to jam stuff in areas. That's one of my favorite things to do. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's been fun feeding the village. Oh wow. Oh yes, because our production went up. We're producing more of these now. So we're selling more of those and getting more red coins. We're actually getting to a comfortable point where I can landscape on the fly. But anyway guys, as usual, if you did like the video, let me know down in the comments. Hit the like button. And I'll see you in the next episode. Peace out. Always back up them game saves. Have a good one.
No matter what you people say, I'm gonna do my thing my way. No matter what you people do, I'm gonna do my thing much better than you. No matter what you say or do, oh boy, you're out of luck. It's gonna roll right off of me like water off the back of a duck. And I go, yeah, I go. Yeah, I go.
Good boy. Fist bump.